I got real excited about that for just a second, and then boom, just snatch your heart out right there. My goodness, that was upsetting. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new episode of The Lead. Your host, as always, Harley Dugan. Let's get into this, guys. This is a very fun video. We got a 3-round mock draft for you, courtesy of The Lead, courtesy of Harley. So, without further ado, let's get into this NFL draft. We got a mock draft simulator here. I'm going to have a little fun with it. I have no clue who actually owns this simulator. But 3-round mock draft. Let me know how y'all feel about it. Let me know what players y'all are interested in. Maybe I'll do a quick breakdown video of each one. I have no problem doing it. I'll take suggestions in the comment section. Today is the first day of April. And no, this is not an April Fool's joke incoming, but we are only 24 days away from the NFL draft. Now, the Houston Texans don't have a pick in round 1, but they do have 2 picks in round 2, starting at 42 and then at 59. But we're going to include that 3rd round in this one just to have a little bit more fun. And so without further ado, let's get into this. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel. We are on the road to 8,000 subscribers again. Super appreciative of every single one of you that has liked, commented, subscribed. So while you're at it, go ahead and subscribe. Hit that bell for the notice to turn on. Smash that like button, easiest smash of your life. And go down in that comment section. Like I said earlier, let me know how do you feel about this mock draft. And if you got any prospects you want to know a little bit more of, or you think should have been the pick, drop them in the comment section. I have no problem listening. Everybody has a different mindset when it comes to the draft, and that's what makes it so much fun. Is opinions, and I love it. I do. So without further ado, let's go ahead and start this bad boy. We know we don't have a 1st round pick, so let's get it going. The Bears, all right, got Caleb Williams. We're just rolling right through this. Titans got an offensive lineman. I'm interested to see who they got. The Colts and then the Jags picking. Colts get Kool-Aid McKinstry. Jaguars get Terrion Arnold. So a pair of Alabama cornerbacks are going to be entering the division according to this mock draft simulator. Let's see. We still have, right, Byron Murphy is off the board. I was going to say his name right there. The one I really like is Drizon Newton. I don't expect him to be there, though, at 42. Maybe he will be. Guys, ladies and gentlemen, this could be – no. I got real excited about that for just a second, and then boom, just snatch your heart out right there. My goodness, that was upsetting. 5 trade offers. I'm gonna look at them, but I'm gonna reject them because we want to make these picks. Even though we could have the entire draft of the Detroit Lions, where this only happens in one spot. So Lions not happening, Cowboys not happening. This isn't happening. This will be a fun trade. A little move down 2 spots, gain a 4th and a 6th. But again, we're not doing any of those. We're going to cancel that. And we're going to move on to the 42nd pick in the NFL draft. Adonai Mitchell, I understand there's a lot of Texas Longhorns fans that would love an Adonai Mitchell. I don't have a big problem with Adonai Mitchell. I like the skill set he brings. Definitely interesting that he is still on the board there. Obviously, cornerback is not going to be the guy. So the one I really like here is Lad McConkey. I'm a big fan of Lad McConkey, and I do believe that we got to have some weight when it comes to DeMeco Ryan's words in terms of separation at the wide receiver position. Lad McConkey fits that bill. So that might be my pick, even though I'm a huge Edgerrin Cooper fan. I love Edgerrin Cooper. I think he's going to be a badass linebacker, especially with DeMeco Ryans. But I do believe getting another weapon for CJ Stroud could be cognizant to the Houston Texans' weaknesses at secondary, even though Enos Rakestraw Jr. is there. A Tyler Newman, who's improved every single year at Minnesota, is also there as well. Braden Fisk, someone in the combine that broke out. Peyton Wilson is still there, so maybe we can hopefully luck out and get him at 59. Tavondre Sweat, I'm not. No offense to Tavondre Sweat. He's not going to be a Houston Texan. I'm sorry, guys. The guy's just too big. He doesn't fit the scheme. Anywhere else, he's going to be a beast. I have no problem with it. Leggett still there. Roman Wilson is still there. Junior Colson, Jatavion Sanders. So we got some guys. We got some dudes here. All right, we got some dudes. But I am going to go with Lad McConkey here. Again, just a pure separator at the wide receiver position. I think this is a good move, a good pick for the Houston Texans. Fits the scheme perfectly and fits what D'Amico Ryans was talking about. So, yeah, I am going to roll with that. We are at 59. Let's see what happens. Sometimes you get your cake and your ice cream and you get to eat it too. I mean, this is a ridiculous draft. This isn't going to happen, but obviously we're still going to look at all these trades because it's just fun to look at. Look, realistically, there is no way in the world Edgerrin Cooper would be here at 59. If you got a draft of Lad McConkey and Edgerrin Cooper, this is a slam dunk draft for the Houston Texans. I'm going to have some fun and take Edgerrin Cooper. I think this is a no-brainer. Again, he will not be here at 59. There's still some worry that he'll be there at 42. And according to Jordan Reed, if you didn't see that video, he did mention Edgerrin Cooper as being the Fred Warner of D'Amico Ryans defense. I think Edgerrin Cooper can transcend this defense into another stratosphere. I think that's how good he is, especially, again, D'Amico Ryans. I'm a big fan of Michael Hall Jr. If anybody hasn't checked him out, go ahead and do that. All right, the guy's very underrated, and I think he fits the bill for the Houston Texans at the defensive tackle position. Other than that, I don't mind Jonathan Brooks. I like Malachi Corley, someone that Cody had mentioned. If you missed the Cody Johnson video, Malachi Corley was a name that was brought up that fits the Deebo Samuel mold for the Houston Texans if they want to do the 49ers kind of stuff. But we already got Lad McConkey. So we are going to roll with Edgerrin Cooper at 40, projected at 44. We're picking him at 59. This is just an absolute steal. I mean, my goodness, this is ridiculous. This is a ridiculous draft, and we're having fun with it. We don't pick until I believe it's like 82 or something like that. I can't think off the top of my head. 86. What am I? Not the brightest light bulb. All right, not the brightest light bulb. Not the sharpest tool in the shed. So let's pick somebody, right? So let's get into this. Malachi Corley's still there, and I would have absolutely loved to grab him if I knew he would be there in the third round. I'm not quite sure he'll be there. I think he's going to continue to move up the draft boards, and I think he could be that pick at number 59. But let's move on and look at who we got here. You have a Chris Abrams drain from Missouri, opposite of Ennis Rakestraw Jr. Not the biggest fan of him. I thought Ennis Rakestraw Jr. obviously is more fantastic than this one. Kalen Bullock is a safety that is very, very, really good, actually, from USC. Something I am leaning towards. I do like Adisa Isaac, but considering the edges we have right now for the Texans, I think we could pass. Blake Corum is interesting. To have someone like him available in the third round is very, very interesting for you. Jeremiah Trotter Jr. is a badass, but we do have Edgerrin Cooper already. Not a big fan of Cole Bishop, more of a hard-hitting safety. I'm not a big fan of that. Jalen Wright is a solid option here as well. Braylon Allen is another solid option here as well. Remember, Texans fans, you really don't have another running back. Yes, you do have Dameon Pierce. I don't know how much trust they have in Dameon Pierce, but I will say this. I would be looking at another running back from the Houston Texans. That's all I will say. Cam Hart is down here. Somebody that Jordan Reed had mentioned as well as an underrated cornerback and could fit that D'Amico Ryans scheme. Other than that, there's a Ben Sinnott right here. I have no problem with Ben Sinnott. If you don't know who Ben Sinnott is, he's been talked about from quite a few actually Texans Twitter folk. amongst the draft talks. Ben Sinnott could be a fullback tight end option. I know that kind of scares fans away when you mention fullback, but he's just a damn good blocker. But he can be a tight end for you. You can use him any way you want. He is just a dynamo, actually, dynamic tight end. Besides that, though, not so bad. Cedric Gray's a good linebacker that you could always look at later in this draft as well. At the end of the day, I'm looking at Kalen Bullock, and I am really looking at a Blake Corum here. I really am. Blake Corum would not be so bad for this team, but at the end of the day, I'm gonna lean on the need instead of. Oh man, it would be a pretty nice duo to have a Joe Mixon and Blake Corum. But I would rather, and this is where a 4th round would fit perfect for us. But we're gonna stick with the 3 rounds. We're gonna go ahead and get Kalen Bullock. I have an eyes on my guy from Louisville. Should be still here, and his name's Isaac Guerendo. Definitely somebody that you should be keeping an eye on, Texans fans. But regardless, we're going back to the all section here, and we are getting not Bishop. Do not want Cole Bishop. Kalen Bullock, we are getting here from USC. It could fantastically be a perfect fit for DeMeco Ryans and his scheme and what he wants to do with him. Overall, the draft is complete, ladies and gentlemen. We got Lad McConkey. We got Edgerrin Cooper. This is a super unrealistic first 2 picks in the 2nd round. Probably switched, maybe. I don't even know if McConkey falls to 59. I think he could fall to 42. But I don't believe he falls to 59. But regardless, Lad McConkey, Georgia wide receiver, Edgerrin Cooper, linebacker at Texas A&M, Kalen Bullock, safety out of USC. This is the draft, and if you come away with these 3 guys in the first 3 picks for the Houston Texans, you are absolutely cooking the NFL draft this offseason. It could be turning itself around, and this is a fantastic start to the draft for the Houston Texans. So make sure, if you're here already, make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Again, on the road to 8K. If you have anything you would like to adjust, edit, let me know in the comment section. This is the mock draft. As always, guys, go Astros, go Rockets, go Texans. You have a blessed day.